It's time for some nostalgia. With a couple of vowels missing, but shush, there was a character limit. Alright, you guys, welcome to the first ever Pokemon Journey tag. I was tagged, of course, by Rigmaster DJ, one of our amazing people in our community. His link will be down below in the description. And the idea basically is to answer a few questions about our very first Pokemon journey. And I felt what game would be better to have as background to that than Pokemon Red, the original, well, one of the two, technically three originals, I guess, considering that green is a thing. But basically, the first question, appropriately enough, is what was your first Pokemon game? And you're looking at it right now. My first game ever was good old Pokemon Red. I figured it would be make for a good little backdrop while I'm going on about this kind of stuff. I was just a kid when this game first came out, but I remember it being one of the first games I played on the original Game Boy, which was a big honking brick of a thing, big gray brick, powered by batteries that died every. Like it seemed like not that long, but I mean, how would I actually know? But no, they didn't last long. They didn't have any color. It was a big brickish thing that was like took both hands to hold, and oh yeah, it was a mess. But had a lot of great times on that thing with various games, mostly Pokemon, but played me some Kirby on there as well. The first Kirby's Dream Land, and actually I think this was some odd game I played at some point where I was like a penguin. I went bowling. I can't recall what game that was at all though. Anyway. And of course, question 2, first starter with the first starter I had during that very first journey of mine. Honestly, I don't remember a ton about that first journey, but I definitely remember what Pokemon I picked, because there was only ever going to be one choice. Because when I was a kid, like a lot of kids, I was absolutely obsessed with dinosaurs. Dinosaurs were the best thing ever until I discovered dragons, which were like magical dinosaurs. And so naturally, when I came into this game and I saw... Not you. No. You're ruining everything. Go away. You. What? No. Okay, so apparently the order in Red is all wrong. Anyway, when I saw you, I knew. I was like, it's a dinosaur with a flaming tail that evolves into a dragon thing. I was sold. I was done. That was all I ever needed. Charmander and I were a match made in heaven back in the day, and you know, this is well before I knew anything about stat totals or this or that. It was just dinosaur thing turned into a dragon, donezo. I am sold 100%. You know, he was in all ways the new hotness as far as I was concerned. Of course, that was a fair number of years before that ever actually became a thing, meme-wise. But it'll serve our purposes here. But third question, notable team members on that first run. I mean, I didn't really know what the heck I was doing. It was purely like, oh, that looks cool. Let's use that, or this isn't working for me. Let's not use this. You know what I mean? I don't remember a ton about that first run. I do remember though that I was watching the first season of Pokemon at the same time, and so naturally I had to try and make my team like Ash's. So I had a Butterfree. I had a Charizard, of course. Had a Raichu, Butterfree, Pidgeot. I don't think the Butterfree made it to the end of the game though, because I mean, much as I love Butterfree, you know, it does get pretty heavily outclassed by like everything else by the end of the game. So I don't remember what exactly the end of that team looked like, but I'm pretty sure that it contained Charizard, Pidgeot, Raichu, and Nidoking, because all top Pokemon for me, even to this day. I think Rhydon as well, and I'd like to say Dragonite, but I don't know if I knew enough about those Pokemon to know how to get them. But I knew I wanted them, so I guess I will have to do. As for okay, so fourth question, anything specific that happened during the playthrough? One of the most notable things I have to remember every time is the rock tunnel. I was not great at exploring around things in those days. I'm still kind of not really. And I did not take it upon myself at all to go looking around for anything. So I completely missed the whole go through Diglets Cave and find TM5 for Flash, or sorry, HMO5 for Flash. Yada yada. I didn't know any about that stuff. I didn't know that was there. I didn't go look for it. So I hit Rock Tunnel after beating Lieutenant Surge, and it was like, oh, guess what? You need to go through this cave. Okay, I go inside. I can't see. Well, I guess I'll just have to go through the dark then. And so I did, because in red you could kind of there's these little white dots on top of the walls, so I could basically make out like the outer limits of the room. So I just stumble through the dark, bang into walls and trainers along the way, until eventually I made it out of the rock tunnel. I went through it in the dark with no clue where I was going and no clue what I was doing, and we managed to pull through rock tunnel. So that was the beginning. I was trapped in that place for like a day and a half. Like it took me a good while to get out of there. So that was like to this day, I even go through it like occasionally, like on purpose that way, simply because it's kind of like a tradition almost, because like I reset the game a lot when I was a kid. So like I would play through, reset, play it again, play through, reset, play it again. And so it took me until like my 4th or 5th time doing this to realize Flash existed. So by that point, I knew the cave, so I was like, yeah, I don't need it. Whatever, it's all good. I know the cave now. I don't need Flash. Whatever. So I just never bothered using Flash at all until like Fire Red later on in life. No. Actually, I think the first time I ever used Flash was probably. No, you know what? It wasn't even then. I was thinking. It might have been due for Jim in Ruby when fighting Brawly. But that's not even correct, because in his gym, the more trainers you fight, the larger the light circle around you is. So I didn't even need to use Flash for that. And I'm pretty sure I was stubborn and didn't use it for the cave near that gym either. So, yeah, Flash and I have had a very rocky history overall. 5th and final question: any lasting impact of that first playthrough on me as a Pokemon fan or in general? I mean, it definitely helped. Like, I mean. Like I was saying earlier, I mean, a lot of the favorites I had in that game I have to this day. Like, I still have kind of a soft spot for Pidgeot, even though I don't really use him anymore, because he's not that good. But, like, I still love Pidgeot, I still love Nidoking, I still love, you know, like, I still have a soft spot for a lot of these Pokemon, even though I don't use them a lot anymore. Those are big ones. And, of course, the whole Rock Tunnel thing. Again, I still, to this day, like, just spurn Flash. But no, I honestly, I would love to play through it again. It's been a long time since I've ever played like OG Pokemon. And by we I mean Subscription Gaming and Arvila and I went through Crystal like last year, but that's the closest I've come to going through Gen 1 in a long time. And I don't know if I would go through as a Nuzlocke or as what, but that might be something that I might be doing at some point, because thinking about all this has definitely made me a bit well, nostalgic, which is why I named the guy Nostalgia. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this little peek into my own personal nostalgia for Red and Blue. Of course, for those of you whose first games were later on in the Pokemon franchise, Gold, Silver, or Ruby, Sapphire, or even later than that. I hope you guys all enjoy the games. I mean, I imagine a lot of us have been die-hard Pokemon fans for a long time, but I know that a lot of people too kind of fell off the wagon at some point, like me included. Actually, I played through Gen 1 and Gen 2 rapidly. It took me a while. Took me a little while to get to Gen 3, and then I tried Gen 4. Didn't like it that much because of how sluggish the menus and such felt. And that kind of put me off, so I didn't finish Gen 4. I got to Gen 5 like years after it came out, and never played Black 2 and White 2. And then I finally came back in more or less with Gen 6. But I was still slow to the party on that, as well as on Moon and Sun. So, and I still to this day haven't got around to playing Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon yet either. So I guess as far as being a Pokemon fan goes, I guess I'm losing points there. But anyhow, hopefully you guys enjoyed this quick little video. Again, you should go check out Ringmaster DJ as well as the others involved in his first Pokemon journey tag. I think it's a cool little idea. And yeah. You know, if you guys want to share your own stories about about your first Pokemon games, I'll include the questions themselves down in the description of the video. So feel free to post those in the comments and let me know how you all came to Pokemon first and what y'all thought of it and how it's affected you. So for now, thanks so much for watching, you guys. I'll see you when I see you. Hope you know on a Discord or on stream or perhaps on some more uploaded stuff if I get around to it, because I've been slacking on that horribly lately. But yeah, for now, MonsterMatt out.